What's going on, guys? Justin Fuller, ex-Honda salesman, tech lover, and today, your host. And we're going to be going over the 2024 Honda Civic Sport. So if you're wondering, how is this different from a 2023 and how does this stack up to other makes and models out in the world? We're gonna go over all that and more, so let's hop on in. So starting at the front of this car has a 2-liter engine putting out 158 horsepower. Now, if you're comparing that to other makes and models out in the world, I'm gonna throw that up on the screen. While it's up on the screen, I'm gonna remind you that there are 2 different trim level versions of the engine, right? There's the 2-liter engine, there's the 1.5 liter that gets that 180 horsepower. So just something to keep in mind in case you're out there looking and trying to decide what you wanna do. Now, let's talk about miles per gallon. This car gets 30 in the city and 37 on the highway. So I'm gonna throw that comparison up on the screen so you can see how this car stacks up to other makes and the models out there. While that's up, I'll remind you, depending on the trim level, it will affect gas mileage. Your LX gets 31 in the city and 40 on the highway. This gets 30 in the city and 37 on the highway. If you go up to that EX or that Touring that uses that 1.5 liter, then you're, I believe, at 33 in the city and 42 on the highway. So understand trim level does affect the miles per gallon in this vehicle. Now, when you get into the front row of this vehicle, you've got 42.3 inches of leg space. It's quite a bit. Like I have tons of space in this car. 6 foot 250, right? So lots of space to work with. You're good to go. But I want to throw a comparison up so you can see how does this car stack up to other makes and models out in the world. While that's up, I'll just remind you, doesn't matter, 23, 24, exact same when it comes to the leg space in this vehicle. Now, when you jump into the second row, you saw me earlier, I was sitting behind myself, just like this. I still had some space, right? 37.4 inches of leg space in the second row of this vehicle. So I'm gonna throw that comparison up so you can see how does the leg space in this car stack to other makes and models out there in the world. After looking at that, let's talk about cargo space, right? Or trunk space. You have 14.8 cubic feet of cargo space in this vehicle with that single fold-down seat, right? So understand 60/40 is gonna be at a different trim level. But I wanna throw a comparison up so you can understand how does that cargo space stack up to other makes and models out there in the world. While it's up, I'll just remind you, it doesn't matter, 23, 24 is gonna be the exact same as space, and you already know, depending on the trim level, you can get that 60/40 split if that's something you're interested in. So that is the majority of that. Anything else, you might just have to rewind and watch it again. But I want to ask you for a couple favors. One, I hope you'll press the like button. I hope you appreciate the way I present the content and you like what I'm doing. Second, I hope you'll leave a comment. If you feel like I missed something or you have a question, I hope you will leave a comment to let me know and we can ask and kind of figure this out together. Or if it's something you wish I'd add in, right? 0 to 60 times was something I used to never do and a guy asked, so I started putting it in. Third, I want to ask if you'll subscribe to the channel so that when I produce content like this, you will get it. And then 4, share the video, man. If you got a friend who's looking at Civics and kind of wants to know and is shopping around, I hope you'll share the video with them so they can check it out. So other than that, like, comment, subscribe, all the things. Later, guys!